Good evening, everyone. So, I knew there weren't going to be that many stories submitted to the I didn't think there were going to be that many stories submitted to the hashtag tonight, on Lords of the Night. So, Scribelight did a call-in show for Lords of the Night. Since this is his penultimate show, this is the second to last, Lords of the Night show that he's hosting. And the first hour last time was it was regular, and then the next hour was just call-in, and Scribe decided to do the entire show tonight via call-in so that more people could get on tonight. And so I also expected people forgot that was happening tonight and submitted news stories anyway because of that. And I thought, I don't know how quickly or how slowly I'm going to get through these. Alright, so I'm already on yesterday and Engulfing Flame. Massive Dynasty. Oh, that's also yesterday. Oh, Devil Fruit Zero sends in this one. Devil Fruit Zero was also on. Oh, yeah, he was one of the callers. So, narco-slavery exists on Oregon's weed. Narco-slavery exists on Oregon's weed-growing farms. The big excuse from activists who pushed for legalized marijuana was that it would lower crime. So it must come as a humongous shock to them when officials in Josephine County, Oregon, reported that they have discovered slave-like conditions in some of the pot fields around the state. To demand further investigation, both members of Oregon's legislation and the officials in Josephine County sent letters to Oregon's Governor, Kate Brown. You can read them below. And there are links to the two letters. To get the details and facts, Lars spoke with Josephine County Commissioner Herman Bartschiger, who explains exactly what's going on. Listen below. I'm not listening. Is that all? Oh, I guess it is all. I'll post that in chat. KTSA. There we go. Move on to the next story. I'm glad that one was short. And it looks like, yeah, that was a good start because it was short. Tall person who was also, I actually think he was the first official call-in tonight because two other people had problems. One of them was Mike R. Mike R, hello. Doctor in Alabama won't see patients without COVID vaccine. Can't watch them die. Oh boy. A doctor in Alabama says he will stop seeing patients who have not received a COVID-19 vaccine. Dr. Jason Valentine, a physician at Diagnostica Medical Clinic, Infirmary Health in Mobile, on Monday posted a photo to Facebook of a sign on his doors informing patients that as of October 1st, 2021, he will no longer see them if they are not vaccinated against the coup. Valentine said Monday was the first he had signs up on his door. All three unvaccinated patients on my schedule asked where they could get their vaccine today. He wrote, "No conspiracy theories, no excuses, just where do I go?" If they asked why, he continued, I told them COVID is a miserable way to die. I can't watch them die like that. Valentine said he's also sending a letter to his patients about his decision. Those who want to keep him as their physician will need to show documentation proving they received the vaccine, according to his Facebook post. He wrote in the letter sent to patients that he'll be happy to transfer the records of unvaccinated people who choose to see a different physician. Valentine wrote in the letter, that he cannot and will not force anyone to get vaccinated. But I also cannot continue to watch my patients suffer and die from an eminently preventable disease, he wrote. He said highly contagious he said the highly contagious Delta variant, which is spreading rapidly in the United States, is overwhelming local hospitals and causing significant illness and loss of life. It's heart-wrenching to see those of us you have charged to take care of you, he wrote in the letter. It is emotionally taxing to watch the long, slow suffering of those who get the severe disease. Valentine went on to say the vaccine, which he described as a modern medical miracle, offers great protection against the virus, and he was one of the first doctors in the area to get it. He said he evaluated the trials and understood the science behind its development. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says COVID-19 vaccines are safe and effective. They say that now. I wonder if they would have said it if Trump won the election. And recommends that those who are unvaccinated get a vaccine as soon as possible. Millions of people in the United States have received COVID-19 vaccines under the most intense safety monitoring in U.S. history, the CDC says. Data shows the vaccines are effective at reducing severe infection, hospitalization, and death. CDC Director Dr. Rochelle Walensky said that in July, vaccinated people are 7 times less likely to get symptomatic infection compared to unvaccinated people, and 20 times less likely to be hospitalized or die from complications of the virus. As of Friday, roughly 35% of the population in Alabama was fully vaccinated, and 46% have at least one dose of a vaccine, data show. Reading as is written. Anyone ages 12 and up is eligible to receive one of the 3 vaccines authorized for emergency use in the United States. Every country in Alabama has a level of community transmission, according to the CDC, meaning at least 100 new COVID-19 cases per 100,000 people have been reported in the past 7 days. Valentine said in a letter that it is part of his duty to send it to his patients. Over the years, I have been honored to serve as your family physician in helping you prevent, manage, and cure your various ailments, his letter said. I appreciate your trust in me and take that responsibility seriously. Alright, that one was a bit longer. Oh, and that's from MSN. So I'll post that link in chat too. Spudgun, how do you know I stream? You were on Lords of the Night, right, Spudgun? I think that was you. Alright. Took roughly 5 minutes. Now, this next one comes from the original Shroom. Biden. Oh, there it is. Forbes. There's an ad. There we go. Biden to automatically cancel $5.8 billion in student loan, $5.8 billion in student loans for over 300,000 disabled borrowers. And it says the author's name. The Biden administration announced on Thursday that it will be automatically wiping out the federal student loan debt for 323,000 borrowers. The administration will be canceling borrowers' federal student loan through the Total and Permanent Disability (TPD) discharge program. The TPD discharge program allows student loan borrowers who are unable to maintain substantial gainful employment due to a physical or physiological medical impairment to get their federal student loans canceled. However, to get student loans forgiven under the program, disabled student loan borrowers must submit a formal application, which can be challenging for those facing serious health issues, and many borrowers may not even realize that they qualify. Advocates have long argued that the Department of Education has the ability and the authority to automatically grant TPD discharges to disabled student loan borrowers who are receiving disability benefits through Social Security, provided they have a disability review period of at least 5 to 7 years. The Social Security Administration had previously identified hundreds of thousands of disabled student loan borrowers who would qualify for TBD discharges, and the agency has shared information with the Department of Education, but the department has not acted. On Thursday, that finally changed, and the Department of Education will move forward in automatically discharging approximately $5.8 billion in federal student loans for disabled borrowers identified by the Social Security Administration as eligible. The Secretary of Education, Michael Cardona, characterized the action as in alignment with our strategies from day one to put our borrowers at the center of the conversation. Today's action removes a major barrier that prevented far too many borrowers with disabilities from receiving the total and permanent disability charges they were entitled under the law, he said. The move follows additional efforts by the Biden administration to expand federal student loan forgiveness under existing programs, including recently canceling $500 million in federal student loans through the Borrower Defense to Repayment Program. These efforts are consistent with the Biden administration's stated goal of providing targeted student loan forgiveness. The Department of Education has also indicated that it would be extending additional TPD discharge relief that relaxes paperwork requirements during a 3-year post-discharge monitoring period, during which the Department of Education also indicated that it would be extending additional TPD discharge relief that relaxes paperwork requirements during a 3-year post-discharge monitoring period, during which borrowers have to report their employment status and associated earnings to the department or risk a reversal of their student loan discharge. President Biden has suspended the monitoring requirements in response to the COVID-19 pandemic. The department announced today that it will indefinitely stop sending automatic requests for earnings information even after the national emergency ends. Advocates praise the administration's moves. This is a life-altering announcement for hundreds of thousands of student loan borrowers with disabilities, said Student Defense Vice President and Chief Counsel Dan Zeibel in a statement. We have long been calling on the department to take this step and eliminate unnecessary red tape that has kept too many people caught in the cycle of debt. Today's step is another indication the department is listening to the voices of student loan borrowers. We are excited to see the Department of Education finally provide automatic discharges to the hundreds of thousands of disabled borrowers who have been entitled to this relief for years, said Persis Yu, director of the National Consumer Law Center's Student Loan Borrower Assistance Project in a statement. This action is long overdue and will make a huge difference in the lives of hundreds of thousands of borrowers who have been trapped in unnecessary student debt. The department's action today coincides with the beginning of a regulatory rewrite process to overhaul key federal student loan forgiveness and repayment programs, including the TBD discharge program. The overhaul could result in significant changes to these programs, although final regulations could be years away. We are also encouraged to see that the Department of Education plans to pursue the broader changes through its upcoming rulemaking, and we look forward to working with the department through this rulemaking and eliminate the many barriers that exist which keep borrowers with disabilities from receiving the relief they are entitled to under law, said Yu. Said me? Just kidding. The department stated it will begin implementing the automatic student loan discharges in December. And I will post a link to that in chat too. Oh, spot a gun. Oh, you tried it and it didn't work. Yeah, you have spies everywhere. You just killed your sound. What do you mean? Could you still hear me, Sputgun? Well, there's an indication that I'm still talking on StreamYard, so you could assume you can. Hi, Keeve. How are you? Alright, this next one comes to us from or comes to me from. Why do I say us? It's a YouTube video from Gorkin. Alright, how do I copy the link to that? I'm not gonna actually show it on. I'll just put the tweet in the chat. Utah Lehigh school teacher Leah Kenyon, August 17th, 2021. Yeah, I'll just post the link in chat. That would work out better. Do you want the link, Cube? Because, yeah, I'm gonna count how many stories there are left. Jordan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, there are 7 stories left, Keep. So, yeah, do you want me to send you the link, Keep? Alright, no problem. I hate this clicking noise. Maybe you can read some of these on your own stream, Keep. If you want to, of course. Yay. Alright, this next one is from Jordan. I assume Jordan 250. Twitter frog account successfully negotiates. It scrolls all the way down. No, it scrolled. Now there's an ad. This is why I don't screen share these news stories anymore. Alright, where is it? Finally. First, I better check. So many ads everywhere in that story. I don't know what's going on. Sucks. Sorry, I just saw something in my recommended for YouTube. Oh, yay.
Hi.
Hi.
Sorry for taking so long.
You're fine. You're fine.
Did Spudgun leave?
I don't know.
Am I frustrating you already?
Or you don't even need to apologize for being late. You never do. You're not even late.
Well, I missed him by like a few minutes.
It's okay.
All right.
So yeah, this comes from Jordan250. Twitter frog account successfully negotiates with Taliban to secure safety of Spanish diplomats after government fails. A Spanish Twitter account with an Apu Apustaya frog avatar has successfully negotiated with the Taliban for fair and humane treatment of Spanish citizens at the nation's embassy in Kabul, Afghanistan. The Spanish government had seemingly failed to establish a clear and open line of communication with the Taliban, inspiring the owner of the frog avatar to take action. It shows the 2 tweets, 2 screenshots of 2 tweets, so that would be 4. The Associated Press reported on August 13th that the Spanish government had moved to evacuate Spanish nationals, which the Taliban began moving to take control of the country. An email from the Spanish government stated that the advance of the Taliban forces in their march towards Kabul, and that the country would commence the That's one of the few words I can't pronounce. Repatriation. Repatriation of the embassy staff, the Spaniards remaining in the country, and those Afghans and their families who have worked side by side with us. It doesn't appear that the Spanish government was able to establish a direct line of communication with the Taliban to negotiate for the safe passage of its embassy staff, unlike the Frog Avatar Twitter user who was able to secure a swift response with just one tweet. Much of the blame for the chaotic withdrawal of the U.S. forces from Afghanistan has been placed by experts at the feet of the Biden regime, which moved back the deadline for withdrawal by set by President Donald Trump in 2020. And I think that's the end of the article. So I'll post that link in chat. Stupid background noise. So what did you think of the stream?
Which stream? Lords of the Night?
Yeah.
It was good. Got to hear Ebony's voice for the first time.
I know, that was so amazing. She did great.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking of calling in again, and I didn't.
You called in last time. Are you allowed to do it more than once?
Well, I would have assumed so because Jen and Kyle did.
Mm.
Oh, and Sean Uli. Yeah, so 3 people called in twice, so that's why I thought of calling in again, and I just didn't. It's okay though.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot that today is. Hey, it's Spudgun again. Hey, Ollie broke my. Oh yeah, he left because he broke his sound. Can you give us Spudgun? I mean, StreamYard. I know that if anyone else was watching, they could still hear us because there's still indication that we're talking. If I was on again, I would have told everyone to subscribe to you, Keeb.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to apologize, Keeb.
All right. I don't even know how many more subscribers I got since you shilled for me.
I would have hoped a few. Well, I mean, Useless Cook and Deco got subscribers. So I would have assumed you got.
Yeah, but I don't know. They're more known than I am, so.
Not really. I mean, you were on an entire stream with them a few days before too. Before I shilled for you.
Last Monday.
Yeah. Which was great, by the way.
Yeah. Thank you.
So, did you want to read the next story?
Sure. Are you on MSS News on Twitter?
Yeah. Or did you want to read Frosted Glass's story? Because that one's right after this next one that I was going to pull up.
Articles.
Yeah.
Which one? Go back to Africa?
No, it's the Vice. He submitted 2. Is that the other one he submitted?
Well, this one's Medium that I'm seeing.
Oh, yeah. He submitted 2. The other one was the George.
The George Floyd meme. I can do.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna read.
How's my sound, by the way?
You sound good. I can hear you
well.
Okay. Oh, are you asking because you don't want a mic R situation?
Well, because I'm not wearing my earbuds right now.
Oh, I could still hear them clear. So before I get to this next story, what was I gonna say? Before I get to this next story, I will send you the link in a private chat if I can find. There it is.
Your laptop is making noise.
I hate that it does that. I hope that's the right link.
The one you just posted in private chat?
Yes.
Yeah, it is. I forgot, are you going to read it or am I going to read it?
Well, I was going to read this story submitted before the Frosted Glass one.
Oh. Well, this is
this
the
is also
Frosted
from
Glass
this.
one.
Right. So, because I'm going in order, so I was going to read Engulfing Flames, and then I was going to get to Frosted Glass.
Alright.
So, how to set an intention for your drug trip. A recent mushroom and data MDMA trip was not elucidating in the way I'd hoped it might be. I chose to record myself doing psychedelics with the guide, hoping that when I listened back, I'd hear myself having major breakthroughs. What this actually sounded like when I listened back. It's the second coming, spelled with a U, because it's on Pornhub.
Yep.
The trip pretty much on and on in of explicit ish abble. I have no idea what I'm basically. I know just enough to be embarrassed about it. Respect. Part of the problem was that I wasn't clear about my intention for the session. That rhymes. People who professionally guide psychedelic journeys generally recommend creating an intention before any psychedelic. There's an ad playing in my ear, and now I can't even concentrate on what I'm saying. Oh, there's the mute. There it is. Journey generally recommend creating an intention before any psychedelic experience in order to maximize your chances of getting what you'd like out of it. The idea behind setting an intention is that staking a trip on a idea helps keep you focused on what matters. Keeps you focused on what matters to you or helps you find peace and meaning. If you create a mental home base to return to before tripping, it's more likely that your psychedelic experience won't be as rambly and random as mine was. Maybe you'll never even arrive at something resembling meaning or surrender a bit if that's your preference. Here's what you should do when you're setting an intention before a psychedelic trip, as well as some pitfalls to avoid. If you're still hung up on how woo-woo setting an intention might sound, better to sound like a kook on purpose and for your own reasons rather than spouting for hours faux deep insights along the lines of whatever the heck I was saying about Orchid. So how long is this? I'm not gonna go through it all. Sorry. What was her name again? Engulfing Flame. Yeah,
Yep.
this is too long. I'll just post a link in chat. Alright, now we can get to Frosted Glass's news article.
The George Floyd one?
Yeah.
I can hear myself echo. That guy looks like colored eyes. Who's gonna read it? You or me?
You can read it.
All right, from Vice. This is from Vice. A cop shared a, quote, grossly offensive, unquote, George Floyd meme. He still has his job. Sergeant Geraint Jones, 47, shared the altered image to a WhatsApp group of other police officers and colleagues in May. And the author is Ruby Lot Lavinia. Okay. This is from August 19, 2021, today. A British police officer has been given a final written warning after sharing a grossly offensive doctored image of George Floyd's arrest, meaning he will remain in his job. Sergeant Jones, 47, admitted to gross misconduct during an independent Office for Police Conduct investigation, which found he had breached the professional standards of authority such as respect and courtesy, equality and diversity, duties and responsibilities, and that he had behaved in a manner that discredited the police. Jones sent the image to a WhatsApp group containing police colleagues and civilian staff from Devon and Cornwall Police in May 2020, just days after Floyd's death. The altered image depicted a naked picture of Wardy Joubert III superimposed over Minneapolis cop Derek Chauvin kneeling on the neck of Floyd. In June of this year, Chauvin was sentenced to 22.5 years for murdering Floyd. The meme came to light after it was reported by a colleague in the WhatsApp chat. 2 colleagues responded with laughing emojis, however. Jones was acquitted from any criminal charges at a hearing before a district judge at Plymouth Magistrates Court on the 21st of April earlier this year. But he still faced separate disciplinary action by the UK police watchdog, the IOPC. IOPC Regional Director Katrin Evans said, quote, "The image was bound to cause insignificant offense, not least within our capital Black communities. It is encouraging that the matter was swiftly reported by a work colleague who rightfully called out the behavior. The outcome is a reminder that the sharing of offensive material by any serving police officer is unacceptable and that individuals will be held accountable. It is important officers understand that whether such behavior occurs on or off duty or in a private or public social media network, inappropriate and unprofessional conduct has serious consequences," unquote. Jones's written warning will last for 5 years, but he will continue in his post. And that's the end.
So supposedly it's pronounced Garant.
I guess.
And that's how Google Translate pronounced it.
Garant, sure.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
British.
Splattergun posted in chat. It's pronounced Garant.
Garant, all right. Garant.
Yeah, I don't know how it was pronounced either. I had to look it up. Thanks, Splattergun, by the way. I should have pulled up the next story. Alright, how many more do we have left? 1, 2, 3. Oh, we have 4 left. Alright. So this next one comes to us from Massive Dynamics, and it's about Ilhan Omar. Such cringe. She's a horrible person. FBI dodged Ilhan Omar. Bro, what a divine. Only after our Minnesota GOP operative Anton Lazaro posted online DNA evidence that allegedly shows Rep. Ilhan Omar was once married to her brother. The FBI busted him. The test results stated there's a 99.999998% chance that Omar and her second husband, Ahmed Elmi, now her ex-husband, are siblings, according to an analysis by British company Endeavour DNA Laboratories. Before Lazaro could share the results with the media, he was arrested Thursday on underage sex trafficking charges and jailed pending a court hearing Monday. How convenient. His website, IlhanOmarDNA.com, containing the DNA test results was online briefly before it was taken down Wednesday, because of course it was. Lazaro and a group of conservative donors had spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on 3 continents hiring private investigators to track down Elmi, Omar's ex-husband, in the UK and procure his DNA from a drinking straw. Omar's DNA, Lazaro's website claimed, was extracted from saliva on a cigarette butt she was photographed smoking. Obviously, how do I read it as obviously? Oh, because Omar previously has denied Elmi as her brother, calling the claim absolutely false, absurd, and offensive. More or less offensive than some people did something, Ilhan. Special Agent Joy Hess from the FBI's Twin Cities field office, which investigated allegations that Omar married her brother Elmi to get around U.S. immigration laws since the statute of limitations had run out on the case. In a recorded conversation with an associate of Lazaro posted on his website Wednesday, Hess also said the FBI could not pursue the case because Omar's ex-husband Elmi had moved overseas. How convenient again. The statute of limitations is over, she said. According to the U.S. Attorney's Office, the statute of limitations is something is not something we can overcome in that manner. The individual's response left the country, so there's nothing to do. Asked examining DNA evidence would be considered, she said. All I can just say is that according to the United States Attorney's Office, the statute of limitations limits what we can do in this manner. There is no statute of limitations for immigration fraud, but there also appears to be no apathetic Democrat running Minneapolis to investigate the claim that has dodged Democratic Squad member Omar for years. It is shocking that private citizens felt compelled to do the FBI's job. Why didn't the FBI do its own DNA test and clear up the cloud hanging over Omar's head? The FBI did not respond to questions. And that's the end of the article, which I will post in the chat. So, spud gun. Sorry, I'm a language. Well, I would consider that a dialect nerd because, yeah, because if you know how to pronounce Garance spud gun, and because it was British, that's more of a dialect nerd. Sorry, I guess you can consider me the language dialect nerd, since I corrected your comment. Just spud is fine. I like calling you spud gun though. Ew, I mean I love my sisters, but barf emoji, barf emoji, barf emoji.
I posted in private chat.
Oh, yeah, I saw. So I read you read a Frosted Glass article. Now I guess it's my turn, because the next story I was gonna have you read, and then I was gonna, then Frosted Glass submitted another story. I don't know if you wanted to read both of his, or if you wanted me to read one, and you read two.
I don't know. I can handle the frosted articles.
It's fine. I just ask because the next one comes from.
It's funny.
What's funny?
The articles. I mean, they're cringe, but they're still funny. They're fun to read. I apologize. I apologize in advance, Scribe. Very, very much.
I thought you meant they're funny because they're laughable.
It's funnier when Frosted reads it and the others comment on it. And yeah.
Hang on, I'll be right back. I'm gonna take like 2 seconds.
All right. Well, this one comes from Medium. Go back to Africa. Why we can't. The case for reparations now. And weird ass author name. I know many capital Black people who are into African things but haven't taken the trip to the continent. Those who have rarely would think of making the move to Africa. Being a tourist in any country is very much different than being a resident. I cut no corners. Haha, I tell no lies. I will take you on a journey of my love and hatred. Not hate, but dislike for sexism, homophobia, misogyny, and most of all colorist for the countries on the African continent. As a light-skinned capital Black person who loses their capital Blackness every damn time I turn around here. You want me to keep reading?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. That was fast. So let's unpack this colorism in many African countries as brutal as is America, or as in America, sorry. They used to call my mama high yellow. This is a hatful term, God, with the quote, high unquote, meaning stuck up, self-centered, or uppity. The yellow means exactly what it says. Skin that ain't dark enough to be capital Black enough. Oh, okay, well, they're capitalizing whites too. Yet for whites, it ain't white enough either. My mama was one of the first Black children to attend St. John of the Cross Elementary School in Roslyn, Pennsylvania. The teacher announced before she arrived that they were getting a new Negro student. Below is a photo of my mother at her confirmation at that same school where she was brutally harassed and bullied for being Black. Good old Catholic racism saving for another article.
I'll be looking forward to reading that article.
Huh?
I'll be looking forward to reading that other article.
As she grew older in life, darker... The grammar sucks. She needs to get some commas. Darker-skinned Blacks called her high yellow. Her beautiful face, full lips, and big booty meant nothing to them. She was not Black enough for them. My sister, born in 1973, has the same exact face without the booty, though. Sorry, Kim, but you ain't got a butt. However, with a freckled face, bright red hair, and light skin, She was the spitting image of my mother, born 19 years before. Kim was also plagued with the same bullying and harassment. She had to fight almost daily. They called her names, there should be a comma there, hit her, were mad their boyfriends liked her. She, my sister, was well dressed, with a smile that shinned, that should be shone, or shone, shined so bright besides being physically abused like me our entire childhood. Yet she had to face fights every day after long, drunken nights of abuse at the hands of our mother. Our childhood, as I remember it, was the worst. I have always wanted, like my mama, to have the deepest, darkest skin. I want it even to this day to be so black that I command. Yeah, that was my cat, Allie. That I command attention, and so does Allie. However, I am not. I do, however, get too much attention living in Greater Accra, Ghana. I can't walk more than 2 steps without all eyes being on me. I trip on these unpaved, rocky roads. There should be an apostrophe in it's. Embarrassing so much for hoping no one saw that because they did. They always do. They refuse to look away. When I talk to people about it, they think it's not rude to stare at people. They don't care what I feel after 7 months of constant staring. Even when women not Anne, a few times stare with she sucks at this. She's like Chris Eliza, with mushed up faces, or just CNN. Evil looks, mouths curled up, faces distorted like they want to spit on me. Many say it's because I am covered with tattoos, but what's the excuse when I'm seated in a vehicle and they can't see them? Or when I am with my husband and they don't even bother to look down? Faces trained on me. Angry many in West Africa suck their teeth. It's, apostrophe again, a sign of disgust or they be bored. Bored meaning angry in this part of Africa, and day is D-E-Y, like they. I am called Obroni, white person in Twi, or Twi, T-W-I, or in the Volta region, among the Eus, it's Yevu. The Eus were an American I met was told that women with tattoos are thought of as witches who snatch children, evil or wicked, should be wicked, people. She claimed also to have her residency permit denied initially because she has showing tattoos. However, she is dark-skinned. Since she is dark-skinned, she told me she had never been addressed or thought of as a white person. It was almost as if she didn't want to believe me when I told her how difficult my time in Ghana had been being considered white, and now it's not capitalized. Many Ghanaians, I think that's how it's pronounced, proclaim themselves as the politest in Africa. When you ask them why, they say, that's what they say. They, being tourists, tell them this. Tourists, many who haven't been to any other African countries nor ever been outside of Ghana's tourist-friendly destinations. So many are Ghanaians, whom also have never left Ghana, say these things. There are people here as well as online that will try to teach you that Obroni is a term for tourist or foreigner. In Kenya, it's Mzungu in Kenya. Many refuse to believe you are black, but when you don't answer to them, capital black. But when you don't answer to them screaming, Obroni, Obroni, then they shout out, white woman, I am talking to you, white lady, and that's capitalized. When is it ever polite to scream foreigner? Foreigner at, oh my God. Foreigner is in quotes, and then it's the quotation marks stop, and then they start up again with the second foreigner. At someone walking down the street. Kenyan-born Lupita Nyong'o even has written a book about how she was bullied for having darker skin in Kenya, something that surprised me as many Kenyans are darker, especially compared to their West African neighbors. Colorism in African countries is at its all-time worst, and it's 2021. Living in America, I have heard so many stories from Africans that immigrated to America. I have tried. I have a younger brother that bullied a former friend of 13 years from Kenya, making fun of his dark skin as well as his accent, which I love accents, by the way. It should just be, I love accents, by the way. It shouldn't be, a bad word is coming. A bad word is coming up ahead. My brother, who has a severe speech impediment,
Oh, God.
My brother is 6'10" inches, should be inches, light skin with a freckled face. I am sure he's never been bullied for being light like myself and my sister, yet
Yeah, he was called the gamer word.
Yeah, he was called
And
jogger, the N-word, gamer, whatever. At a very young age, how about ninja? At a very young age, attending school in Montgomery County, Pennsylvania, in the Cheltenham School District 2. When he complained they didn't do anything to the white students, yet if he replied with a coarse words, okay, whatever, or bad behavior, you after being called the N-word, it actually says the N-word, not were punished. She should be more consistent. This author is just all over the place. I don't know anyone in my life that is black, regardless of complexion, that was never called and it's the actual word, in their lives. Even my own daughter was only in the first grade in Upper Moreland School District in Horsham/Willow Grove, Pennsylvania. And there should be a comma after Grove. We as Black Americans have lived lives being called the actual words, harassed, followed by police or store security, had police called on us for doing everyday things. Right, sure, X'd it out. Then what's the matter, Allie? Then they always have an excuse or reason for doing these things they do. The Trump era it should be led, not lead, led many to be proud again of being racists. Many, though, are teachers, cops, lawyers, judges, and especially political leaders. America is one of the most racist countries in the world. Even after Trump, it continues to be the worst for human rights for Native Americans, Blacks, and Hispanics. Well, then leave. Yet the Black American is even facing racism from Natives as well as Hispanics. I'm surprised she's not saying Latinxes, many of whom think that their lighter skin gives them a pass to be considered a white person. With Hispanics being the leading founders of the racist Proud Boys gang. Oh, wow. I actually recognize that.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Yeah, that think America belongs to them because of their lowercase whiteness, I guess. Who really knows what their thinking is? With so many screaming, go back to Africa at any intersection where Blacks are asking for fair or equal treatment. And that's a fragmented sentence, you dumbass. Especially for education that is equal, some white Americans lost their minds. Okay. The signs were the most ridiculous ever seen. With Christianity and their trusty Bibles tucked under their arms, they hide behind that book saying that this is what God wanted and intended for people. Many thinking that slavery should still be the law of the land within the United States. Another fragmented sentence. What the fudge? It isn't, though. Those screaming go back, that should be quotations, go back to Africa should simply pay the reparations owed to Blacks so that those of us whom want to leave can pick up our things to go live where we want. Yeah, leave America if it's so damn racist. I'm starting to talk like how she writes. There has never been a time when kidnappers have taken a child or person, then when they are done with or sick of them, show them to the door, telling them, okay, now you go back where I got you from, and there should be quotation marks again. After hundreds of years and several generations, with the raping of our grandmothers, there should be no apostrophe there, the infusion of white DNA into our once pure African bloodlines, we aren't even accepted back in many African countries as Black people. Many of us are treated as if we don't even look familiar to those back in African countries, and in parentheses it says home. I will say this, West Africans tend to look exactly like Blacks in America. However, many of them don't think so. Many refuse to address us as Black. Maybe this is why Frosted apologized in his tweet. Even a so-called kind Ghanaians or Nigerians will constantly refer to you as the whites or whites, even if you've told them 10, 20, or as many times that you aren't. The most educated even refuse to address you as Black. They often call you capital Black. They often call you lowercase white. They apologize sometimes, but they do it again and again. A Nigerian woman lighter than me told me I am white because I was born in America. She lighter than me, it should be she's lighter than me, is Black because she was born in Nigeria. How can you compete with this constant refusal to address you as a Black person? How can you live when every day you are approached, rudely bothered for money, I was once told just after the new year in early January that I have to give some random ShopRite Market employee money because it was a new year, right inside Accra Mall in Ghana. I paused. I tried to stop the words, the anger from exploding out of my mouth, but it was too forceful, it was too quick. I had been so hungry without eating properly for a few months. My daughter had sent me about $25, which was slightly over 150 GHS, Ghana Cedis, CEDIS. Sounds like Squeedus. I had used that money to catch a Bolt cab to the Accra Mall where I could buy some groceries for myself to eat. I had lost in total over 3.5 months, 60 pounds from lack of food. Unable to consume the extremely spicy food that many vendors or cooks don't understand how to not use when cooking in West Africa. Well, then you're white because you can't handle spicy food. So unable to obtain food with that strong, overwhelming, heartburn-causing pepper sauce they add to everything, even a simple fried egg. There was an option to cook my own food, yet I didn't have a full-sized fridge or free-range access to the kitchen area. I was living with a pretty large family, even though Ghanaians claim to invite you to their food by actually saying, "You're invited," or "Mi nska aka," or "Mensaka." You're invited in TWI. This family rarely shared their food with me, yet I always shared mine, which left me without much. The friend I had been staying with, it should be WHOSE, not WHO''S, family, this was told them I could not eat the pepper. The family took that as I refused to eat Ghanaian food. Something that many people assume when you don't like that you have reflux and can't eat spicy food, they always take it as you don't like their food. Well, duh, kinda. Even living in the house, many of the children refused to consider me as a black person, often showing me off to their friends saying we have an Obroni living with us. The mother, whom was darker skinned, between 70, 80 years, they don't have an exact date of birth for her, she often forgot that I was a black American. She'd apologize for the condition of her home. It was nothing wrong with it, or it should be there was nothing wrong with it. Also, no one in my immediate family even owned their own home in the US. Damn, girl. You need to calm down. This is my cat. She's a little hyper girl. Anyway, being light to even... Jesus Christ, how long is this fucking thing? I guess it's not too much left. Anyway, being light to even brown-skinned in Ghana from the United States is the reason many give for considering a person white. Barack Obama, though his father is a LUO from Kenya, is considered white by many Kenyans, a lot hating him as well for talking about acceptance of the LGBTQI persons in Kenyan society as well as their laws. Being 51% white, according to some posted DNA results for the former president, I, even whom is lighter than Obama, and am less than 30% European/white. Yet the way DNA works, I am lighter than him, with some 69% of my DNA coming from African countries, 30% Benin and Togo. Even this is not enough to convince most Africans of my being a black person. A lot of Africans assume that since they are darker in skin color, they are the only true blacks. Wait, it gets even more confusing here. There are very light-skinned Ghanaians, or West Africans. However, they too are considered black because they were born in Ghana. Some, for insulting purposes, will call their lighter-skinned family members Obroni, or even call the darker ones darky or blackie, the term Nigga. Sometimes even many go as far as using the term Nigger on their fellow black-skinned Africans. That I cannot explain, as I have heard many use the ER ending on the N-word. When asked, no one yet has explained why. Many refuse to respect you enough to reply to your questions on race, considering you as white, lowercase white, and not worthy to discuss capital black people. So here we come finally back to the United States. When will those whom keep inviting blacks to return to Africa actually give the money owed to black Americans so that we can comfortably leave their lives to return to Africa? Hell, to return or leave to another more peaceful, less violent, racist country to live out our lives. I mean, surely there are countries where a college education can be obtained at a much cheaper rate than those costs within the US. Or simply for us to just leave to live on a beach in Southeast Asia someplace. I mean, it's only. There should be an apostrophe.
Wouldn't Asians hate her?
What?
Wouldn't Asians hate them?
Maybe. I mean, it's only 40 million blacks living in America. Sort those out by our DNA, give us our checks, let those of us whom chose to finally, it should be choose, finally get a break from the oppression, go where we please, or fuck, just give us enough to buy a home and go start a damn farm. Leave our children some land and wealth the way some whites in America have been given. How about just giving us what is owed, then leaving us the fuck alone so that we can finally heal, travel, pay off our debts, live our lives in peace? That should be a question mark, not a period. I, too, have a grandmother that was born property in Kentucky. She was a grandmother. It should be your great-grandmother, at least. She was my father's mother. She died in 2005. I have trouble believing that was her grandmother. Some 80 to 86 years old, exact age unknown. She was never issued a birth certificate or social security card because of the lack of her birth certificate, but they surely slapped a social security number on her later in life to pay taxes. She worked her entire life as a capital nanny, working for 4 white families. She went on to raise many of their children until she died in October of 2005, only a few weeks after being told she should stop working because of her eyesight. She had to stop driving as well. I will never know her age. Her life story was confusing. She claimed to have a grandmother that was Native American. However, none of that DNA showed up in my results. Ellie, what are you looking at? I just see something on the wall. Anyway, I'm sorry. Oh, damn, girl. She's I don't know what she's trying to get. Maybe it's a bug or something. Anyway, no photos or talk of whom her father was, yet for some reason she identified herself as a black person. She grew up on a plantation in Kentucky with 7 other siblings, all very fair in skin color, with the longest, most beautiful hair I had ever seen in my life. In the year 2021, every black American should be given their reparations. However, I wish some organization would take up my case, as I would like to be the first to sue the United States of America for my owed reparations so I can live comfortably outside of the country for the rest of my life. Many black Americans aren't treated fairly in the United States, yet it is our only home. After reparations, indigenous status should be given to all blacks born in America. Well, you're not indigenous, so that's the end of that's the end of the article.
God, that was long.
How long have we been going?
Almost an hour. I can get through a few more stories.
6 comments in the chat.
Spud a gun.
Oh, you stayed for that whole thing, Spud? Thank you. I hope I can read. I don't slur my words.
I was also thinking, so long, maybe you could read it on your own live stream too.
Yeah. I need to learn to read better and not slur my words. I need to say United States, not United States. I sound like I'm drunk.
It's fine. You should have listened to me really throughout this one. This next one comes to us from also Massive Dynamics.
Spud Gun says that Grandma was lying. Fuck's sake, most of the Proud Boys are Hispanic. If you don't like it, fuck off. How about dyslexic Ginger? There we go. All right, go ahead.
Yeah. Maybe we could even use a bingo card next time you read the article.
Yep.
Twitch phenomenon Hassan Abi talks his way into his Hollywood home and shows a picture of the ugly dude. I'm sorry, that was rude. I shouldn't have said that. Initially, and still primarily a streaming platform used to broadcast NBA live gameplay, Twitch also become what happened.
I heard a noise like. Were you moving something?
Hang on.
Oh, I heard it.
Can you hear it again?
Yeah, I can hear that.
I just moved it a little bit. All right, back to the article.
Your microphone is strong.
Nah. You live video gameplay. Twitch has also become what the New York Times last year described as a lively political space and unexpected hub of social activism. Acquired Amazon in 2013 for nearly $1 billion in cash, and not as ubiquitous or heavily as others as social.
1 hour.
Yeah, powerhouses like Instagram or TikTok. Twitch tallies up about 140 million monthly active viewers. One of the viewed the platform, particularly during the 2020 presidential election cycle and its tumultuous aftermath. If frenetically verbose 30-year-old progressive political commentator Hassan, is that young, more commonly known as Legion's, most commonly known to his legions of Twitch followers as Hassan Abi, often critical of both Democratic and Republican parties, even though only because he's a far-left shill. Piker also streams video gameplay and commentary along a socialist-leaning political fare, which is now why I'm more concerned that people are critical of Democrats and Republicans, because that used to be a centrist thing. Now that's a socialist progressive thing. Born in New Jersey and raised in Turkey, Piker got his political commentating feet wet working for his uncle Cenk Uygur, the founder of the Young Turks in LA. An LA-based left-wing online news and commentary channel that ranks as the longest-running news and politics show online. Is it? Piker created and hosted a couple of programs on the Young Turks. The down and Edshit Prop with Hassan Piker among them before he left in early 2020 to focus on an independent career as a Twitch streamer. Now, about 1.5 years he flew the TYT Coop, he's hoovered up enough clout, audience, and revenue to shell out a $2.74 million dollars for a spacious home along a pretty tree-lined street in what was bustling and centrally located Beverly Grove neighborhood. A secured and tightly hedged of other bland and featured courtyard fronts of the roughly 3,800 square foot and Mediterranean style residence that was built in 2013 with white stucco walls and a red tile roof. Arguably, I hate when news stories do that. Arguably, when it says story continue, like, of course I want to read the whole thing. That's why I pulled it up. Arguably, the exposed wooden Eaves 5-bed, 5.5 home, a smidgen of authentic architectural character. Interior shed any pretense of Mediterraneanism, and go all in on clean lined and modern with mold-and-free cotton white walls, honey-toned hardwood floors, and an in-ceiling speaker system. Just the wrought iron embellished glass front doors adjoining formal living and dining rooms have lackluster views into slender side yards, while the slickly appointed eat-in kitchen at the back of the house is arranged around a double-wide island with high-end appliances and integrated snack bar. Lustrous white laminate cabinets in the kitchen are balanced with wood accents and extend into the cosily petite family room, where a glass of wall slips into the walls to expose the room to the backyard. High hedging that towers above the perimeter walls ensures privacy from surrounding homes, apartment complexes, and businesses, and a curtailed pavilion alongside the swimming pool fronts an outdoor living, and perhaps outdoor Twitch live stream with a couple of ceiling fans and wall-mounted televisions. The property was listed with Ron Wolotsky of Rodeo Reality, and Piker was repped by Jennifer Akavat at Compass. And that's the end of the article, I think. Yeah, that's the end. So, yeah. Tax the rich, eat the rich. That's what Vosh did to... Not Vosh. Actually, yeah, I think it was. No, yeah, it was Vosh, because Monkey pointed out that Vosh grew up in Beverly Hills and is still one of those communists who hates rich people. earlier this year, Pokimane tweeted something about capitalism rewards bad behavior. I don't remember what the tweet was exactly. And the week later, she was revealed to have spent $100,000 on Starbucks that year alone.
I'm sorry, I'm on Discord.
Ow.
Just talking out.
It's so. There's one last news story, and it's from Wondering Lisa. That's what I wondered too. How do you spend $100,000 on Starbucks?
Who's gonna read it, you or me?
You can read it since it's been you, me.
Just massive dynamic. Right?
Wondering Lisa.
All right. Sorry, I need to. When did she post it? Today or yesterday?
I could send you the link.
Okay. God.
Go for it at Kiev. Kiev or damn if you're adding her in chat.
Are you sending it to me in private chat? Okay.
Yeah, just.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, that was 2 hours ago. All right. All right, this one comes from Standard, or Evening Standard. Protesters claim to, quote, seize, is it Edinburgh or Edinburgh?
I think it's Edinburgh.
Edinburgh Castle, unquote, under Article 61 of Magna Carta. In the 13-minute video, a woman says the castle belongs to the people and that they are taking our power back. A group of protesters identifying as peaceful sovereign people have claimed to seize Edinburgh Castle. A small group was Edinburgh. It's all right. The small group was seen at the landmark in a Facebook Live video on Tuesday afternoon, with Police Scotland confirming officers were still in attendance hours later. In the 13-minute, this was the subheading. In the 13-minute video, a woman says the castle belongs to the people and that they are taking our power back. She adds the Scottish people have been, quote, lied to all our lives, unquote, and that the, quote, building belongs to us. We have taken the castle back, unquote, in an effort to, quote, restore the rule of law, unquote.
There's a pronunciation, Edinburgh.
Edinburgh?
Well, Spudgun added an A.
Edinburgh? All right. I'll pronounce it like that then. Another man then says, quote, treason's been going on for that long now. We can't sit back and let everybody perish under the stupid legislation and fraudulent government tyranny, so let's just take it all back, not just the castle, unquote. The woman then speaks again, calling for, quote, no more enslavement, unquote, and the, quote, people in Commonwealth are going to be free, unquote. A lot of quotes. I'm just going to not say it. She tells viewers that they are going to take everybody down, including government, the courts, and the crown is coming down today. After saying the group is putting we the people back into power, a second man adds, we are the people. The woman also claims corrupt, evil, satanic pedophiles are running this country, and Scots have been kept like peasants for 800 years. That's longer than slavery in America, and colonization for that matter. As police appear, she shouts, notice to compel, and informs officers they are seizing the castle under Article 61 of Magna Carta, the only law in the land, which predates the Act of Union. The woman says she has put Police Scotland Chief Constable IAIN Livingstone on notice about them taking the castle. One officer asks the woman for her name, to which she says she is not obliged to do before identifying herself anyway. The police constable then asks, how many more people are you expecting to come to Edinburgh Castle today to join your protest? When she tells him it's not a protest, we're actually taking it back, he replies, right, no worries. A Police Scotland spokesman said, officers are currently in attendance at Edinburgh Castle and are engaging with a group of people who have gathered within the castle grounds. And that's the end of the article.
We made it to the top of the list. Oh, Spudgun. Why did I take that comment off?
Embra.
In English, yeah, Embra.
Scottish Gaelic.
Scottish spelling of Ian.
It's Ian is the Scottish spelling of Ian. Oh, okay.
Oh, and it was also Livingston.
Ian. Well, it says Livingstone. Ellie. Sorry.
Trying to think. Because another, yeah, it's like Spokane. Livingston. Spokane also has the Ian.
There's a road in my town that's spelled Braun, so you would think it's Braun Road, but it's Brown Road, like the color brown.
Well, that's weird because I heard Hitler's girlfriend pronounced Ava Braun.
Ah.
And it's spelled the same way. Because, yeah, Braun is German for brown. Pronounced Braun.
You're fine, you're fine, you're fine. You're okay.
Or,
It's okay.
what was her name? Allie.
Allie's brown too. You're fine. Alright, I'll let her go. I don't think she. Hey.
Ali ist eine braune Katze. Here, I'll put that in German.
What's that?
Actually, no, I'll put it in chat.
I saw a tall person's cat, little Calico. She's so cute. Ellie, come here. Come here, baby. Come here. Come here. Come here, sweetie. Come here.
Ali ist eine braune Katze.
Come here. Ellie, come here. Ellie, come here. Come here. Come here.
Oh, I think it's just because they don't want association. They don't want the association with Mr. Hitler's.
What about brawn? Like brains and brawn, or brawny? You know, paper towels.
Well, that's the thing, is that it's a common last name anyway, Braun. Because Brown is a common last name. Yeah, Brown is a common last name in English-speaking countries, as Braun is a common name in German-speaking countries.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Hey, Peter. And up comes the boy.
Braun.
Peter, come here. Come here. Peter. I'm gonna show my boy. Are you gonna lay down? Okay.
Peter, Paul, and Mary. Peter. Or is that Ellie?
It's Peter. A little white on his face.
Peter.
Can you see him? He's kind of low.
I forgot where your cats heard on Lords of the Night.
No, they weren't. I mean, you could hear him, but you couldn't see him. Because I didn't turn my camera on. There he is.
I like when they tell you, yes, I could tell. Spudgun.
Yeah, boy.
Alright.
Cheeks. Look at those cheeks. Look at that face. Look at that nose. Boop.
Whisker.
I like his whiskers. I like to turn his ears inside out.
Was it Peter who was your profile picture for a while?
Yeah.
That was funny, because Mr. Monopoly said, I don't see Keeverden. Keeverden, hey, say hi if you could see me.
Ah, damn it. Let's get them both at the same time. Hey, buddy. There we go.
Wait, did they point out that they could hear the cat? I asked Scriber Satsu.
I don't know. I mean, Scribe's a cat person, but I don't know about Satsu. Sweetie. I know his Satsu's mom has a Yorkie. Boy, this is my boy. I think my
Cousin Keeve.
or cuz. Hold on.
Hi, Cat. So how are you doing, audience? And by audience, I mean Spud-a-gun. I'm a dog person. Cats seem to love me.
Yep.
That is a twist. I'm surprised I'm still alive. I didn't know I was gonna go live for this long. Nor did I expect the Frosted Glasses second article to last as long as it did. That took like 15 minutes to read. 5x5 check. Thanks. How's you? What is I'm doing alright. As I just said, I didn't expect the stream to go as long as it did. Very surprised.
And Peter just jumped off the bed.
Peter.
He's Peter Cat.
Peter Cat.
So is that it?
Is what it? Yeah, that's the end of the news article.
Oh. I mean, is there anything else you want to talk about here?
I can always refresh. No, that's all. That's all the news stories for today. Yay.
I know, but is there anything else you wanted to talk about?
Not really.
Okay.
Unless I wanted to show your cats again.
Yeah.
5x5
I have to take Clarice to the vet tomorrow.
Aww.
Yeah, I hope she's alright.
Old Citizens Band Rodeo thing, clarity and loudness. How long did I go live for last time? Now it's making noise again. Oh, 92 minutes. Well, did you have anything else you wanted to mention?
Who, me?
Yeah.
It's at the. Hold on.
And 92 minutes, says Spud-a-gun. Yay, this is fun. I don't know why I'm not getting as many viewers as I used to. I mean, it's not like Monkey's streaming Monkey in the morning.
Okay, I'm back. Wait, Monkey's about to stream?
No, I'm saying that I don't understand why I'm not getting as many views as I used to get. Because it's not like Monkey's streaming. The only people who are the minions.
Maybe we should, show our faces, then we'll get views.
No, that won't
I know.
work.
I could join an OnlyFans. Oh wait, that's right. They don't allow sex on there anymore.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. That's odd.
Yeah. Alright, I guess you'll probably have to go to Chatterbait or something.
Chatterbait.
Chatterbait!
Sounds like a certain dirty word. I'm just kidding.
Well, yeah, that's the point.
Yes.
They do what for a month and a half?
What's a month and a half?
He said, Kiev, they do for a month and a half.
I wonder if he's talking about your kitties.
Huh?
I wonder if he's talking about your kitties.
What about my kitty cats? They do what for? Oh, OnlyFans?
OnlyFans not until October.
Okay, OnlyFans is gonna keep their sexual stuff up until October.
Hiccup. Sorry.
Sorry, what?
That I said hiccup.
Stop.
Who, Clarice?
You.
Me? Oh.
Type, clickety clack. There, now we're even.
Wait, you told me to stop?
Clickety clack. I'm just funning you.
Funning?
messing with you in a playful way. I think that's what that means. I'm just funning you. I heard it on a TV.
Never heard that before.
I got it from The Big Bang Theory.
Oh.
I don't know if it's an actual saying or not, or if they just made it up. Thought audit. Thought audit. Says Spud.
Says gun.
Oh, we've gone for, how long have we been going for? An hour and 20 minutes now?
Yes, I'd say so.
Alright.
Oh,
And you got the hashtag right. Instead of MMS news, it's MSS.
I forgot to mention that last week in the stream. I should have gone on tonight, because I don't know. Hours after I got off the stream, I thought, "Oh my god, that is something that I wanted to mention." So, yeah.
What that you do the leftover MSS news?
Well, I could have mentioned that. No, what I really wanted to mention was that
I barely remember the thought audit, Spud.
every single time I heard Scribe say MSS News, my mind would process that as MMS News. So as a joke, I would say MMS News. I would post that in chat and on my streams.
Maybe you have audible dyslexia. I don't know.
That's a thing?
No. Or SMS news. But yeah, Monkey Satsu Scribe, that's why it's called MSS News. So yeah.
I don't know what thought audit is.
Thought audit, I'm guessing they like keep track of, the cam girls, to keep an eye on them because out of suspicion. I don't know. Maybe he'll tell us in chat.
Yeah, maybe.
Wait, update. I don't want your stupid malware bites.
What did you think of the guest tonight?
I liked him. I liked the fact that I heard Ebony's voice for the first time.
Oh my god, I love that. Did you remember
And
anything else?
poor Mike, he couldn't get his mic, to work at first.
You should have said that.
I'm sorry. Maybe I'll say it in the chat or the comments.
It's fine. Because I didn't even notice it until you said it.
I know, but maybe I should. I want to say it in the comments now.
Go for it.
Maybe I'll make Scribe laugh for once. I don't know. 4chan. Oh, 4chan.
Et al. It's broken. You said your audio doesn't work, right? I don't know, because I was thinking maybe I should have you on one of these streams.
Poor Stargazer.
Yeah.
I think it was because she was on Chrome or something. She should go to Firefox.
I wish we could teach her how to use it too.
Yeah. Does she know how, or is it just because she was on the wrong browser?
I honestly don't know, because I couldn't see, and she didn't explain it that well.
Stupid mic. Microphone, that is.
Chicago Mike would have loved her.
Wait, it was Mike R, right? Not Chicago Mike.
Mike R, who had trouble.
Oh, okay. Okay. Your mic is too quiet?
Oh, your mic is too quiet. It won't sound right, and you can't keep whatever you're trying to say. It doesn't work. Oh, you're trying and it doesn't work.
There was also Deco, then Sora, and Jen, and Irate Prostate. Who else? Oh, Shanuli.
Again.
Yeah. Well, yeah, a tall person again, too.
Oh, tall person was on last week?
Oh, yeah, he was, but I didn't see him.
Oh, I didn't notice.
Until today. Yeah. I think Pat was too. He was on there last week, not today. Who else?
Oh yeah, Pat was on last week.
And Bend Over.
Oh my god, I already forgot about that. And then we all typed funny names in chat.
With the great visual gag, yeah. Hold on, let me just. I'll look it up right now.
Humongous.
Yep. Humongous what? Humongous what? You just abused a woman! How dare you!
Tall person, the visual gag. Oh, I didn't mean to do that again.
Here it goes. Let's see who was on it. There was come on, let's see. Do. Oh, it doesn't say. It just has the avatars in the squares. Who else?
Yeah, that sucks.
Alright,
So it has to actually keep a physical list.
Oh yeah, then I'd have to tag them all. And oh shit, I forget that guy's name. Oh wait, that's Deco, I think. Who's on this stream with the old ass TV behind him. There's him, and then there's Useless.
Lurking Gopher.
Yep, Lurking Gopher, Useless, Lady Gopher, their daughter, I can't remember her name. Crimson
Tiger. Yes, Jinx.
The person with the D avatar. Maybe that's.
Deco.
And then there's the person with the black and white firefighter avatar. I don't know who that is. I forget. Ebony was next, so she didn't have her avatar was blank. And then there's Shawnuli.
Lovely Ebony.
Ebony's. And who else? Another blank avatar.
Yay.
Who else? Oh, Dom O'Leary.
Oh, yes.
Adonis Bartolotte. Then Scribe started talking Italian. I really don't give a shit. That made me laugh, and that made my coworker look at me like, what's she laughing about? It's like. Then there's Zero. I think that's the name. At least that's what's said on the avatar. Jen stole my animal.
Oh, beaver.
I'm the beaver here. Oh, and this is Kyle was on. Who else? Crimson Tiger.
Hello, chat people in Latin.
Hoi, y'all. Tall person. And I think that's everybody. I don't know. Yeah. What?
Sorry, it's just on Minions of the Zoo they're talking about pineapple and pizza, and Delahaye was shouting something like, "No, we didn't create pineapple," and then Johnny, the cat, the 3D cat was looking at Delahaye as he was shouting.
Max is in the chat. Stupid. Pete is in the chat. Kyler, Terry,
3-4 Yoda is also in the chat.
Who?
3-4 Yoda.
Oh. Who else? 8 Camel. Jen says Blurg. W.R. Costin, Jim Beam, Assassin, Addie, and Mr. Adam. I hate my voice. Talik. I'm gonna type something right now.
Yay.
There. I think that's Chaos Seed's catchphrase, but oh well.
I don't think it is.
We're almost at an hour and a half. You want to go over?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna end it here.
Okay. We're at the top of the hour, everybody.
It's weird seeing Delahaye on a Thursday night. I only see him on Mondays, Fridays, and Sundays.
I don't know who's on when anymore.
It's all confusing.
Scribe and Sats are going to switch days next week.
Oh yeah, tonight and tomorrow night is their last scheduled.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1 hour and a half. Yeah.
Yay. Oh, Pete said hi to you, and Jen is laughing.
Mm.
And Johnny's cat is.
Hi, Pete. And
Exclusive said hi to you.
yeah. And Jen. I hope she's laughing at my greeting or introduction. Sup, bitches. Anyway.
Was she? I thought she was laughing at the pineapple on pizza discussion.
You're kind of roboting.
Oh, I said I thought she was laughing at their pizza discussion. Their pineapple on pizza.
I don't know. I haven't muted.
Scribbles is doing Monday and Satsu's doing Tuesday. Yes. Yes.
Oh no, Spud Gun's over there. Okay.
Oh, Spud Gun is on Minions. Yay.
Not on it, but in the chat, yeah. Yeah,
Right,
Scribbles.
he's in chat.
I thought Scribbles, well, it does make sense that he'd not be on Squeedus' birthday because Squeedus is not his daughter. But it sucks that I can't, I don't know, make my final donation to him. I'll just do it for Satsu.
Oh, you stupid cat.
What?
The cat.
What cat?
Johnny's.
Oh.
Go back like
okay.
20 seconds.
Alright, hold on. Wait, is it a visual thing or
Yeah, the
audio?
visual.
Oh, we're talking about South Park.
Oh. Stupid cat. He's stalking you. I mean, I don't know if he's there because I posted the link in chat or because we were talking about Minions. Stupid cat. Alright, I'm gonna end it here. Thanks,
Okay.
Spudgun, for watching. Since he's the only one still in chat, he's the only one who's been in chat for the past hour and a half.
He's stalking me.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And thanks, Keith, for being on. And thanks for reading that long article.
You're very welcome.
Alright, take care, everyone. I'll see you